Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to do this smoky red cranberry eye. It's not really that smoky, it's just a little bit smoky. It's wearable during the daytime. You can also make it a little bit darker and wear it at night. You can do like your bottom lash line to make it a little bit darker, a little bit more dramatic. We did film this whole thing. You're going to see that the light changes throughout the whole video because at first we started out with like natural lighting. Now we ended up with like the room lighting. So I apologize for the lighting situation changing back and forth, but we did get the video up, we did get it recorded. That's really what mattered. That's really what I wanted to do. But yeah, if you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe down below. This is a new channel. This is only our second video. So hopefully we'll get more looks up. I know I want to do a blue eyeshadow look for you guys. I've worn it before just to try it out to see what it would look like. But I do want to get that recorded for you guys and get a tutorial up. I also want to do a hair tutorial on how I do my curly hair like on a regular day, like the more voluminous one. And yeah, if you want to know how I got this look right here, just keep on watching. Alright, so I have the whole setup, I have the camera, I have my makeup all laid out on the table. I'm basically going to be recreating a picture that I took a couple weeks back. Actually, it was like a red smoky, not a smoky eye, but it was like a red cranberry eye look. It was really, really pretty. I'm going to see if I can try to insert a picture right there. If I can't, then it just was for nothing. To start off, I've already prepped my face. I use the Too Faced Hangover RX all over my face. I also use the Smashbox Photo Finish oil-free primer just on my nose right here, because that's really where I get oily. And I also use the Benefit Porefessional right here, which is like where I have most of my pores a little bit bigger, I guess. So it's already been prepped. It's been setting for a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put on the foundation. And I have a mirror right here, so that's what I keep looking at. So normally what I do, I take just a Q-tip, and I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light Foundation in 3.5. This is the only foundation I've ever used. A couple of years, like maybe like 2 years ago, one time I got matched. And that was the first time, the only time really, that I've ever gotten matched in a foundation. And it worked so well. They gave me like a little sample. That was like for 10 days. But since I didn't really use makeup, it lasted me for like a whole year. So I finally ran out of it. And I went back and the lady tried to tell me that I was a different color. That they gave me a summer color. But when I got matched, it was like sometime in December. Anyway, long story short, this is what I use now. It's the one in 3.5. It's a foundation, but it's not like a full coverage foundation. It covers up a lot of my face, like a lot of like all these little red dots. It covers up all those, but it's not like super thick where it looks like you could just peel off an extra layer of skin, you know. And I really, really like it. It stays on all day. What I've noticed, and I didn't know this before, is that I don't set my foundation. Like I will put on powder, bronzer, and powder like under my eyes, like setting my concealer and stuff, but I don't put on powder for all over my face. It's because I haven't found one. But anyway, if you guys know one, let me know and I'll try it out. It's because I haven't found one. But what I was gonna say is this foundation is really, really good. Even though I don't set it, it stays on all day. And like I'll scratch my face, I'll laugh, and like not necessarily lean on my face like you do when you don't have any makeup, but it still stays on all day, and it'll be hot, and then I can sweat through it and nothing happens to it. It doesn't move. So I really, really like it. So when I put on the foundation, all I really do is just dot it all over my face. Take down a Q-tip and dot it. Before when I put on foundation, I always take off my nose ring, only because like I want to get everything, and if I leave my nose ring there, like when I take it off, that one little spot doesn't have foundation. I'm gonna be going in with my Real Techniques, I think it's called like the Miracle Sponge or something. It's so soft, it's so good. Anyway, just gonna go in and kind of buff the foundation out. Alright, So now that the foundation is all done, I'm actually going to go in and try to correct some of my dark circles. I don't have a lot, but like this right here, like my little vein pops out. It's like bluish looking hues. So I'm going to take the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector in the color Light. It's 02. It's in this little pot. All I do is take a brush and just kind of, it's like an orangey tone. Orangey tones cancel out like all the blue tones. So all I'm going to do is not bring it all the way down. I'm actually just going to put it on this little bit. And it's very little that you have to use for it to work. We're just going to put it on the really dark spots. Or the really blue spots. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, you know what I'm talking about. And just tap it out a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller Concealer. It looks like this. All I do is just dot it in like a little triangle shape, and then I blend it out with the same finger. I don't use too much of it just because I don't want to look like 3 different colors, you know? Like really light, my actual tone, and then when you put on bronzer, the bronzer color. Alright, so after I've put on the concealer at the bottom, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. And I bought these little brushes that kind of look like the Real Techniques brushes, but they're not really Real Techniques brushes. They work so fine though. They work exactly the same. So I'm going to take this little brush. The brush is kind of like pointed at the top. I don't know what kind of brush it is. I just know it's pointed. And I'm going to be taking this little middle shade, this little yellowish shade. Look, I think it was like banana powder shade or something like that. Tap it off and then just set my under eye real quick. After that, I'm going to go in and bronze my face using the little Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I really wanted to try the Hoola Bronzer, and I bought it the other day, and it's been so good. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm going to use it on this crown brush. I don't think it has a number. This brush does not have a number. I got it when I used to have Ipsy, and it came in one of my Ipsy bags, but it's like a little dome slanted brush. Anyways, it works wonders. We're gonna put a little bit of it on the top of the brush. We're gonna top off the excess, and we're just gonna go in. And you want to make sure it's blended out. Apparently, I've learned, not through mistakes or anything, right? But I've learned that you have to blend it up, because if you blend it down, that's when it gets all muddy and gross and looking. So you gotta blend it out forward, but you gotta blend it up. So that way it blends into like your blush and it blends into your highlighter if you put on highlighter. Some days I put on highlighter, some days I don't. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So we bronze our cheeks. For temples, I use the same thing, the Hoola one, but for like my jawline, I use something different. Alright, this is another one of the brushes that I bought that were like fake Real Technique brushes, but this is like a slanted one, like a flat top one. So it works just as well, like I said. We're going to tap a little bit of this middle shade right here. Tap a little bit of the middle shade, and we're just going to bring it right here. We're just going to trace the jawline, exactly what it looks like. I used the Hoola bronzer a couple of times right here on my jawline, and it just looked too orange. Like whenever I turned around, you could see that it was there, and I was like, no. That's what we're not going to do. So once you have the bronzer, actually when you bronze your jawline, all that does is accentuate it. If you don't have like a super definite jawline, when you bronze it, not bronze it, or contour it, whatever you want to call it, it actually makes it more defined. That way it looks like you were like snatched. Apparently that's a word to say. Once you've concealed and bronzed your face, normally what I do is my brows next. So next thing, what I'm gonna do is my brows, and I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It's one of the standard spoolie ones with the pencil on the top. I use the Anastasia one, but I ran out of it. This one works just as well though, and it's probably like $3. I got it from the beauty supply store, so it's not expensive whatsoever, and it works just as fine. Alright, so I did already do my eyebrows off camera real quick because the battery died on the camera, so we had to charge it. Anyway, I did my brows. I used, like I said, the NYX Micro Pencil, and I used this same concealer with this little e.l.f. brush to kind of correct under it. I also did it off camera because it's a very tedious process, and you know, I have to get super close to the mirror. Now we're going to prime our eyes using eyeshadow primer. The same thing I got from Ipsy. It just says thank me later on the front. But you can use any eyeshadow primer. Just going to take a little bit on both eyes. Blend out. And we're also rushing a little bit because the sun's going down. Still don't have a ring light. Still don't have box lights. Y'all know the struggle. Alright, after I prime my eyes, normally I set it with, you can set it with any powder. I use the Lorac Pro, I believe it's a 2 palette, I think. Anyway, it's this one little color that comes in it. This one. It's called Buff. And I take, none of my brushes have names on them, I'm so sorry. It's just like a little fluffy looking brush. It's like domey shaped. We just take some powder, and all we're going to do is really just set that primer. This is also going to help, it's going to help us blend our shadows a little bit better, so that when you place the shadow it's not so harsh. You have something that it's already blending with, which is like a clear bonish color. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the second palette that she's made with Morphe. It's this little white one. It just came out, I believe, this one. I love this palette. There's so many different colors in it. There's neutral colors, there's like crazy colors. I did a look doing this blue one, using this blue one, like the other day. I'm going to recreate it for you guys, and I'm going to record it for you guys. I didn't feel like wearing blue today, so we're going to do a red one. But that one, I'm going to use this one right here, and I'll use that one and this dark brown one just to create a little bit more of a shadow in the corner. So first things first, same thing, random brushes that I ordered from online. It's a fluffy brush though. So I'm going to take this first color right here, and all I'm going to do is put it in my crease, or just kind of like all over my eye, so it could be like a transition color. And you can be messy with it, like it's gonna go everywhere, because that's gonna be your transition color, so that you don't look crazy and just look like you have a red eye. Ooh. Alright, so now that we have that shadow on, all we're going to do is go in with the next color. I think I went in with this one right here, just to build up the brown a little bit more, because you don't want to go straight from like a bonish color to pink and red. So you're going to build it up a little more. You're going to place it on the same place where you placed the other shadow. Still the same brush because it's all going to blend together. After you've had your little transition color set, we're going to go in with a different brush. This is the e.l.f. blending eye brush, and it's a little bit different than the last one that we used. It's like a little bit more put together kind of thing. You can be a little bit more precise with it. With this one, we are going into this color right here, just to put a little bit. We're starting off small. Don't put a lot on your brush. We're going to put a little bit on the brush, and we're going to dot it, and then we're going to blend it out as much as we can, and then we're going to dot some more and blend that out and build the intensity that way. So you don't start off strong. So all you're going to do is just place it like right there, like in the little corner, right? And then like if you feel that you got too much on there, what you're going to do is take your blending brush that you started out with and just, you know, blend the edges a little bit. Maybe you want it a little bit too hard in the paint. You're just going to just, you know, blend it out. And normally what I try to do is place my shadow, but place it in like a shape. I don't know if you can tell on this one, but it's like that and like that. It kind of like points right there. That way, whenever I do my eyeliner, I can shape it that way too. And then your whole eye has one whole shape. It kind of, in my case, it complements my eyes. It depends on what kind of eye shape you have, according to what shape your eyeshadow will be. But you have to do it to where it complements your eye. You know? So that's how it looks. Right. With this same brush, we're gonna go into this dark brown. I'm not sure which one it is.
Raise it up a little. Okay.
This one. This one. We're gonna go into this dark brown right here in the palette. Same thing as the red, same technique. You're gonna dot it a little bit and then spread it out. You're not gonna spread it out further than you did the red because you don't want the red to be overshadowed. So just a little bit right here. Normally I set my brush like right there and just spin it that way. It blends it out a little bit and you just shape it. That's all you do. Like I said, you're not going to go past the red. You're just going to go a little bit in that same corner. With this same little brush that we've been blending everything out, I'm just going to kind of take the red right here and blend it forward. You want it to blend, remember how we put that white shadow at the beginning of to set like the primer? You're just blending the red forward so it can kind of look like a ombre. So it can create an ombre effect. Right here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because, let's be honest, nothing in life is perfect. Makeup is definitely not perfect. So, you know, we're using that, blending it out. And from this point, right now, at least to me, it looks pretty even. So what I'm going to do next is just put on eyeliner, and I'm going to put on mascara. Some days, if you want to be more dramatic, right now it's probably not one of those days, but if you want to be more dramatic, you can put on the same colors at the bottom. That's what I did last time I wore it. I put like the light brown right here at the bottom on my waterline. I also did the red kind of closer and the super dark brown, really like to tight line my bottom lash line, and it just kind of blows it out so you have the same colors that you have on the top of your eye at the bottom as well, and it makes your eye look more open as well. But I'm gonna put on eyeliner and I'm gonna put on mascara, and I'll catch you guys in the outro. Alright, so this is the finished look. I did go off camera, put on eyeliner, and I did do my mascara top and bottom. So yeah, we did run out of sunlight. So sun went down. We don't have a ring light yet. We don't have box lights yet. So this is just my regular room light. So if it looks a little bit yellowy, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this is the finished look. So for my eyeliner, I use the Maybelline New York Ice Studio. It's in this little pot. Basically, I use this, and I use the e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush, and it looks like this. Literally, it looks like it has maybe like 3 hairs on the end of this brush. But I use this, and I kind of make the shape first, maybe fill it in with the excess product, and then I go in with the NYC liquid liner. It's kind of old. They don't sell this in stores anymore. They used to sell it at Target for like $1 or $2. NYC has pulled it from all stores since then. The only place that you can get it is online. But with this one, I go in and fill in the rest of the eyeliner, and then make the wing, like the very tip of it, super fine. So that's why I got that. Curled my eyelashes with a curler. It's a regular curler. And then I went in with the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. It's a new mascara. I looked at the tube and it looked like it was a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I've never tried the Better Than Sex mascara, so I don't know to compare it to it, what it was like. But it's a really good mascara, and it just curls my lashes and, you know, keeps them like all day. And then on my lips, I just used this NYX 632. It's just a regular lipstick. I don't think it's a matte lipstick. Oh, Lip Smacking Fun Colors. It's in the color Frappuccino. And then on top of it, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the color Vintage. It's so pretty, even by itself. It's pink, but it has like little gold reflexes in it. It's so nice. So yeah, I used that, and I just kind of threw my hair up in a bun. Some days, you know, you just don't want your hair down. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!